Hi all. Well, Balkan shipyard. This is where it's all happening. There's my tent, greenhouse. That's the chop saw. All happens with that. Anyway, winter's over. Spring is here. So now we just speed up. It was a battle. The epoxy was really giving me a tough time. There you go, Balkan shipyard, says it on the door. Now we can enter. So I'm happy winter's over, but I'm going to keep the tent. It's a good place to dry up. I mean, I'm going to cut that back wall, get the proa out in about 2 weeks after I finish the deck. And then I'm going to fix up the plastic over there, and whatever gets painted in here early in the morning. Then in the afternoon it's dry. So, been working on the bows. I'm putting on, I saw this on proa cheers on one of the models, I don't know. It's like little fins that gets carved down and then gets sharpened off over here. Help the bow come out of the waves. Over here I did an adhesion test. This is outdoor latex paint that I painted it directly over the epoxy. I cleaned the epoxy really nicely with acetone, and then I cut a square over here. And then I was just putting all kinds of duct tapes and sticky tapes and whatever. I was sticking them over and I was pulling them off. Nothing moves. So this paint's good stuff. I'm happy with it. So I bought a whole lot of it. Boat's fed, ready for the deck. Yeah, we got our luggage compartments or whatever. That's the front side of the bed. Tomorrow I'm starting to work on my big pieces of ply that go up onto this wall, then they fall down. Once they fall down, they match this level. And then you can sleep over here, of course. Okay, leapod. Been getting wild on the leapod. Stainless steel pipe coming out the bottom. You can see it clearly. That pipe goes down onto the stringer. Out of the stringer will be coming a bolt with an eye. Bolted onto the inside of the boat, where it's going to be strengthened a little bit. And a cable runs straight through. Straight up, and then as it comes out of here, there's going to be a stainless steel pipe, maybe square, maybe round, fixed nicely onto that rib. That pipe comes to here. Onto it will be a metal plank with 5 holes. First hole takes this cable. This hole goes to that bow with the sails. The tack will be running on this. This will be my tack rail. This hole goes to that bow, and the top 2 holes take up to the mast. One that way, one that one. That's the plan over here. I'm going to use metal for this because there's going to be a lot of compression onto this thing when I start tightening the cables. So the whole thing is going to be wanting to move that way. So we're going to use a metal pipe over here, something strong. And that's why I went kind of wild on a leapod over here inside. But this whole business that you can see over here weighs only about 2 kilos. These 2 pieces of spruce, laminated out of 3 pieces. Laminated it up nicely. And then glued it on. There's a truss inside over here. There's this, then there's that, and then it's glued onto there. This whole business is to give the leapod a lot of strength. I'm thinking of having 2 shock absorbers, springs over here that go up on the masts. These are my shrouds. I want them to be slightly spring loaded for in case of getting backwinded. I want the punch to go into a spring, and then the rest goes through this down onto the lip. but because there's a big angle over here, so there will be pull on this section, of course. So that's why I went kind of a little bit overboard, but I'm happy with that. Yeah, so hull all been fed, doubled up my shear clamp. This is going to be a compartment with a hatch that the whole thing opens up to here actually, and the hatch will lie on the cable. That will be my my tack runner, let's call it. There's that, I spoke about that before. So there's 3 stainless steel bolts over here with nuts. They come out the other side. Outside comes a pipe that comes up to here somewhere, and that through that pipe that comes out like this and goes up and comes back goes my ladder. See that in a minute on the other side. These things I made them slightly bigger, now they've got to get cut and all that. Here, same thing over here. I've got these plunger things, whatever they call. These things are just going to get cut 90 degrees. I want a little bit of an aggressive look on that front. Okay, so we were talking about this section over here, so the whole thing opens up. So I can keep fenders in here, all kinds of light stuff, a little bit of rope stuff. And then basically it works out over here that this pipe is coming out, and it lies in, and it's going back to here. So over here I'll have another piece of wood strengthen this thing up, and through this goes the ladder. The ladder goes down and it drives, the hinge will be the pipe. Up here we'll make something to hold the ladder in place. Here come the masts, here come anchors. I'm gonna have a triangle kind of a chair over here so I can get to my ladder. This is the inside of the business. So those 2 pieces of wood I'll just put them there. I gotta make connections in them to take those 2 stringers, then they get glued on. They go up and on, they get glued on, and then somewhere down there between those 2 stringers will come out a bolt with a nice big stainless steel washer, kind of a plank that goes all across, so it spreads the load over the whole business. And then, like I said, out there, so that shroud would be, goes out, comes up there, gets connected onto this thing that'll be caught over here really nicely, kind of on a hinge system. It will be able to move a little bit up or down, kind of. And then that goes to the one bow, to the other bow, up to the 2 masts. And I want to try and spring load that business, because in case I get backwinded, I don't want the punch going into my lee point. Anyway, this is our boat. Hope you like it.